This nigga, yo, this devil is a racist and he don't even know it.
So I'm just going to come straight out with this because guess what? Remember the racist nutjob that we responded to who was saying that white people in today's society are evil because of things that they are not responsible for, such as slavery, and who also said that white people are going into slavery? Well, he responded to my video, and oh my fucking gods. His response video made the shit that another realm keeps posting look like genius material. Because in most of his response he was simply repeating himself and using Bible quotes because according to him, that's all he needs to prove to the internet that I am wrong about everything I said in my video and that I am racist and that white people are evil without even showing the connections between white people and the quotes he keeps repeating in the Bible. Now this video is pretty long, so I'm going to be responding to the main arguments that he made in the video, which funny enough were the worst arguments he made in the video as well.
And we're gonna get straight into it. Alright, so I'm doing this video to respond to a video that you just seen that was put up by Edomite, by this cracker, this racist cracker. This nigga, yo, this devil is a racist and he don't even know it.
Ah! Look at me! Look at me! I'm a joke!
And exactly how am I racist, mate? Is it because I won't believe your ridiculous logic that white people are responsible for situations and events in history that took place hundreds of years ago which no white person living today has ever been involved in or has benefited from or has contributed to? Or is it because I won't believe in God due to how there is lack of evidence of his existence and the insane stuff that he wants us to do and follow, such as killing children and discriminating against the disabled? Or is it simply because I was born white, and according to you, white people are automatically evil, which, newsflash mate, is a racist statement about white people? The definition of racism is discrimination against someone because of their race based on the belief that one's own race is more superior. So if you want to speak the truth, mate, then let's come to the truth. I am not racist because I am white. I am not racist because I don't believe in God. I am not racist because you are speaking shit, such as saying white people should go into slavery. In reality, the real racist here is you. You're the one who spends most of his time making racist negative generalizations about a group of people because you hate their skin colour. Such as saying white people are evil, all white people are automatically racist, and in one of your response videos which was deleted on your old channel, you actually said that all white people should be seen as racist.
It's crazy, let me say this real quick because this guy calls himself, because this whole video is about representing the Edomite in a good way, right? He calls himself trying to defend white people, trying to justify the white man not being wicked, when this man calls himself the Dark Reindeer. Okay, he calls himself the Dark Reindeer, and I guarantee you he don't know why he decided to call himself the Dark Reindeer. See, but I'll help him today. I'll explain it.
Yep, we are really getting into this. He is now trying to dig for proof that I am this evil racist by using my channel name. Now before we jump into this possible bullshit, which is probably based off nothing that is strong enough evidence to prove in any way that I am really evil, but just Bible quotes which you can't prove the connections for, let me explain to you why I called myself the Dark Reindeer. Now ever since I was a young kid, I always liked three types of animal: zebras, wolves, and reindeers. And reindeers were my favourite out of the set. And I'm also a big fan, as you know, of the horror genre. So I called myself the Dark Reindeer, being how I like reindeers, and I was originally going to name my channel after an animal anyway, and being how dark is usually linked to horror and being scary as people are scared of the dark, I found it a great name for my channel. But let's see why this guy believes that I call myself the Dark Reindeer.
See, I'll spiritually break it down for him. Now, when you go into the Bible, whether you believe it or not, darkness represents wickedness. The light represents righteousness, and even the world tell you that. Like, say if you're in a room and somebody steal $20 from out your book bag or your purse or whatever the case may be, you don't know who did it. Why? Because it was darkness in the room. You couldn't see nothing. You see? So you don't know who did it. So you decided to name your channel the Dark Reindeer because you're an evil person. I guarantee you, this man is all for homosexuality, right? I bet he doesn't have nothing to say about the organization called NAMBLA, the North American Man/Boy Love Association, where they're basically fighting to legalize pedophilia. He has nothing to say about that, right? I bet he's okay with black people getting shot every day, blacks and Latinos getting killed every day by the police departments across this country, right? And the cops are getting acquitted. He got nothing to say about that.
Wow. Just fucking wow. Now, before we get on to the last things that he said in the last part of that video clip, let me just explain something again. I didn't call myself the Dark Reindeer because I am evil. My Dark Reindeer character is simply that, a character. I don't actually think I'm a satanic reindeer, just like how this guy doesn't actually believe he's a real blue dragon in society. It's simply a channel name and you're going way too deep into this. Now let's move on to the last part where I'm going to break down his argument in 3 points. 1. Of course I support homosexuality, because there's nothing wrong with it, and I'm sorry, but your fictional book isn't good enough to persuade me otherwise. Secondly, I am against Nambla, because like I expressed before in my www area response videos, I am against paedophilia completely due to how disgusting it is and how damaging and dangerous it can be towards young children. Maybe the reason I didn't talk about all of this in my response video to you was because your video was about putting white people into slavery. It had nothing to do with the topic of Nambla, police brutality, and homosexuality in any way. And when it comes to the topic of police brutality, I am fully against police brutality because if a police officer shoots or is violent towards someone and there is no justifiable reason for his or her actions, then I am against that, because that is wrong.
You named yourself the Dark Reindeer because you're wicked. That wicked spirit was on you and said, let me name my channel the Dark Reindeer. Now let's establish this. Really, you're not even qualified to debate with me or to try to dissect my video. You don't believe in the Bible, bro. You're a non-believer. Okay, you're an infidel, right? In which that's typically every white man or every white person, not just the white man that witched the white woman too. You people are non-believers.
No, I just had to show you this part because he believes that I can't debate him because I don't believe in God, which is complete and utter rubbish. I have every right to debate and debunk your videos no matter what belief system I follow. I have every right to criticize you and mock your videos no matter if I believe in what the Bible says or not. This logic is completely ridiculous and the double standards are hilarious because if I'm not qualified to debate you, which is funny on its own because you can't even debate your way out of a cardboard box for fuck's sake. If I'm not qualified because I'm a non-believer, why is it different when you respond to me? I mean, surely, according to your own logic, you're not qualified to debate me because I'm a non-believer and you are a believer in a certain religion. So why is it different to you? Do you see the double standards here, mate? Or is it racist to point that out now?
Okay? And the Bible proves its own existence. Matter of fact, I ain't even got to sit here and defend the Bible. The Bible proves its own existence because we have something called prophecies. Okay? Like, Say if I came up to you, right, Mr. White Man. Say if I came up to you and I said tomorrow, okay, tomorrow what's gonna happen is you're gonna get hit by a car, right? Telling you where it's gonna happen at what time, and you say, nigga, man, you crazy. Then the next day you get hit by a car at that exact spot I told you at, and at the same time. Guess what? You're gonna be like, this guy is something. He told me what was gonna happen. How did he knew? He got power. He's something. Right? You're going to start believing in a God or something, a higher power then. Right?
The Bible proves its own existence. So all the stories and teachings of the Bible from Adam and Eve, Noah's Ark and Jesus being nailed to a cross, dying and somehow coming back to life, that's all real because the Bible said so and the Bible proves its own existence. And exactly how does it do that? How does a book that contains stories which no one has found any evidence for and nobody has been able to prove the existence of what has happened inside them, prove its own existence? I think the short answer to this question is, no fucking way, mate. The Bible is a book which hasn't been proven to be factual material, so it hasn't proven its own existence. Mind you, due to how you are watching my videos, I would love you to prove me wrong about that and show me evidence that the Bible has proven the existence of anything that has happened. Because let's move on to the topic of prophecy, shall we? Let's just remind ourselves what a prophecy actually is. A prophecy is a prediction. Something which is based on a theory, and yes, some people can have evidence to back up their theories, but if you tell me that you have this prediction, that I'm going to be hit by a car because I don't believe in gods, you can't prove that. You can't see future events. You can't prove that I'm going to be hit by a car today, tomorrow, or the next day. Because you don't know. Your example has got a 0.0000001% of actually happening. Let's take a look and see how the Bible has proven its own existence.
So it's the same thing with the Bible, man. There's things written in the Bible that the Lord said was going to happen before it happened. Okay, the Lord prophesies. It tells you that women are going to surpass men. Right now, women are over top of men. And Mr. Smart Guy, the way people carry themselves in the ancient world, even going back to what they call the Dark Ages or the Renaissance period, or going earlier back, bro. Women were in their place, bro. Women conducted themselves as women. There was order, bro. Women weren't a woman over top of men. Women disrespect. If they did, they would get put to death or thrown in prison. See, wasn't a woman out here dressing like prostitutes. You see? Well, yeah, you had some women like that. But when I'm saying this, I'm talking about in a general sense. Okay, but the Bible prophesied that women would compass men. Right? The Bible said that the white man would come in power. It happened. Right? The Bible talk about us being brought to the bottom. It's happening. Slavery, the transatlantic slave trade. Okay? The auctioning blocks in the Bible. It happened. Black on black crime. The Lord said black on black crime, deadbeats, rebellious woman. This was all prophesied thousands of years ago in the Bible.
So the Bible proves its own existence because we don't kill women for being disrespectful to men? No, mate. In reality, this generation thinks it's slightly insane to murder people for being rude to any other person. The Bible proves its existence because it said that white people will be in power. Yeah, the Bible actually never said that. And I can't find any quote from the Bible that says it directly because, again, what you do most of the time is you find a quote from the Bible and you automatically assume that it's talking about white people without even showing the connections. Also, what about Obama? You know, the black man who was president of America and had power over the whole country. This is the same argument for black on black crime as well, because where is the quote in the Bible that is connected with black people committing crimes against each other? And where is the quote in the Bible that automatically says that white people are to blame for it? I'm sorry, mate, but whether you believe in the teachings of the Bible or not, it hasn't been proven to be non-fictional material. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but it hasn't proven its own existence.
Okay? And matter of fact, let me get a scripture. Let me show you why you really don't believe in the Bible, bro. I'm going to show you why you really don't believe in the Bible. This is Psalms 14 and 1. I guarantee you didn't know this was in the Bible. Psalms 14 and 1. The fool have said in his heart, there is no God. The fool have said in his mind. Because when you go to the Hebrew word for heart is la'ab. Okay, or lab, which means mind. So when it says heart, it's not talking about the organ that pump blood, your mind. So the fool have said in his mind, there is no God. That's you so-called white people. The majority of y'all. You're a bunch of fools. Anybody that would, only a fool would subscribe to the theory of evolution, the Big Bang Theory, Darwinism.
I think I know very well why I don't believe in the Bible, and trust me, I'm not a fool for not following your religion. And I love it how apparently quotes from a book that hasn't been proven to be talking truth, and was written thousands of years ago by many different people, somehow know the real reasons why a random guy in 2018 doesn't believe in God and doesn't follow any religion. But why am I a fool for believing in the Big Bang Theory? Something which has been proven. Thanks to the red shifts of galaxies, we can understand that the universe may be expanding and that everything must have been squashed together into a tiny dot, which resulted in the rapid explosion known as the Big Bang. Very good evidence is the cosmic microwave background, which has been accurately measured by orbiting detectors. And this is very good evidence that the Big Bang Theory is correct. And if my fanbase want to know more about this, the link to a few pages about this are down below. But the point here is that there is more evidence to back up the theories of the Big Bang Theory and evolution than to back up God's existence, which still remains a mystery due to the lack of strong enough evidence to prove his existence. Which is why I don't choose to believe in him. It's due to the lack of strong enough evidence to prove his existence and the lack of evidence to prove that the stories in the Bible are true stories. Also, why should I follow and worship a figure which wants me to do some pretty outrageous things, from stoning and murdering children, killing gay people, and having multiple wives? And trust me, if you want to go on about how I don't understand Hebrew, how about trying to justify some of the quotes from your insane Hebrew Bible? Your Hebrew Bible contains a quote about how if a man rapes a woman, he must marry her and they can't divorce. I'm not fucking kidding. The victim has to marry the person who raped her.
I am having nothing to do with the show anymore!
Because you said that. You said the Bible say people should get stoned. Children should get stoned. You damn right children should get stoned if they disobedient, man. People should get stoned. Children should get stoned. You damn right children should get stoned if they disobedient, man.
With you utter twats!
Listen, he's a greedy bastard. He can't be satisfied. So Anybody knows something about profiting, it's him. You see what I'm saying? So if the white man felt like he could profit from praying to God and serving God, he would do it. But he's not spiritual, right? He want to be a God himself. He got a God complex.
No, I don't. I don't believe that I'm any higher or better than you, and I especially don't believe that I should be seen as a god because I am a white man. All I'm doing is showing the internet a guy on the street who screams about putting white people into slavery because the black slave trade existed, yet no white person living in today's society is responsible for the slave trade and is benefiting from slavery, which was abolished hundreds of years ago. Not forgetting that thousands of white people fought and died in a war to end slavery. But yet you still class them as evil even when they contributed to trying to end it. I mean, tell me, did you ever hear about William Wilberforce? He was a white man who supported the campaign for the complete abolishment of slavery, and continued his involvement after 1826. And I bring up slavery because you have used it in response videos on your older channel, which was terminated, to try and paint all white people as evil demons, even when, again, white people in today's society have never been a part of the slave trade and are not responsible for the actions of their ancestors.
See, you fucking devil, man. You are the wicked, man. The Bible proves you're the goddamn devil. That's why you don't believe in it. But you want to, this nigga calling me a wacko. I'm a nut job, right? I'm speaking bullshit. Nigga calling me a joke. All because I'm telling the truth concerning the characteristics and the behavior of you so-called white people.
No, that's not the truth in any fucking way. I called you a wacko and a nut job because you are a fucking nut job. You believe that childcare is racist, you believe responding to you is racist, you believe all white people should be slaves and should be seen as racist, you believe that it's impossible for men to cheat on women, and you believe white people and non-believers are going into captivity and are going to be exterminated. You have made some pretty nutty statements and racist generalizations about white people, which is why I classed you as a racist nut job.
Talking about the past and the present, because he want to make it seem like he want to keep talking about slavery. What about what the white man is presently doing now? Talking about the past and present atrocities done to our people. See, that's the problem, man. Whenever we bring out the truth about you devils, man, you always gotta find a way to make us look racist.
Maybe the reason I'm having to talk about slavery is because people like you keep bringing it up to make out that all white people are racist and evil. Don't try to turn this onto me, because I wouldn't be having to bring up slavery in those videos if people like you didn't keep bringing up slavery to try and paint white people as racist or spread this bullshit that they can't be the victim of racism. I'm not here to make you look racist. You're doing a pretty good job of that yourself, mate, with your racist statements about white people. Because you have made negative statements and generalizations about a whole group of people based on their skin colour. You fall right under the definition of racism, but you're too blind to realise it. But I want to move on to this part of the video where he responds to me asking him the question, where are the quotes in the Bible that say white people are devils? And his response was exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Because this video already, I can see it's going to be long, but let's get into some of the, I want to address some of the things you said in the video, okay? Now, you said, where in the Bible does it say the white man is the devil? Because we always say that it's talking about white people, but we never make the connection. See, and that's because you don't have understanding of the Bible. You don't know who is who. You don't even believe in it. So you're not going to get it. But first, you got to understand what the word devil means. People think it's something spooky. The word devil means deceiver. Okay? Nobody has deceived more people than a goddamn white man. Okay? He told the whole world that Jesus was white. He told the whole world that Santa exists. He convinced the whole world that...
Can I stop you there? Because you're already failing to answer my question. Because you are making my point. In my last video, I pretty much said that what you do is that you find a quote in the Bible and just come to the assumption that it's connected and has something to do and is focusing on white people in general. Because you are assuming, based on your own hatred for white people, that the devil is linked towards white people because white people are deceiving, which, by the way, everyone can be, no matter what skin colour you were born with. You are pretty much doing what I keep saying you're doing. Finding a random quote in the Bible and just coming to the assumption that it's automatically connected with white people. I knew that you couldn't find me a quote, and I knew that you couldn't answer my question, but rather speak this bullshit that I don't understand any of it. You see, the word devil actually means the supreme spirit of evil. And where exactly is the connection that it has something to do with white people? I mean, anyone has the ability to be evil, right? So I don't know who is who. But yet you don't know who is who either. I mean, were you there at the time when everything in the Bible happened? Do you have evidence of Jesus' race and appearance? Because even today we still have no solid first-hand evidence of Jesus' physical appearance, so how do you know what he looks like? You can't prove the connections because all you do is find a quote and just mix in your own views and bullshit so you can find some way to link it towards white people to continue your agenda to paint them as evil monsters.
You don't never want to talk about that, man. You just want to keep talking about slavery like you ain't, like you just perfect now. Like all of a sudden these Edomites became perfect. No, you devils are still a wicked, man. You're still the biggest murderers and the biggest thieves and the biggest liars, man.
Everyone's gone mad, 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 everyone's gone mad.
Then he say, we saying they're responsible for slavery because of their skin color. Everything is about their skin color. And you white people think you slick. You try to draw sympathy and try to make us look bad by trying to say, oh, you hate me because I'm white. Because no, bitch, we hate you because of what your forefathers did. And they got away with it. That's why you're going to be held responsible.
That is fucking ridiculous. So I should take the blame for something I was never a part of because of something that other people did. This is why I think you're fucking stupid, mate. You want white people to feel bad and guilty for something they played no part in, all because the people who were part of it were whites. The actions of our ancestors are their actions and consequences, and we shouldn't have to take the blame for them when we had nothing to do with the slave trade or any of their actions, all because we share the same skin colour as them. I'm not here to make your people look bad. I'm here to show the internet why you alone are the racist idiot. The guy who believes that the actions and consequences of those who were living hundreds of years ago and are long gone from this planet right now should fall onto me. I should feel guilty for something that I was never a part of, never benefited from, never contributed to, and was never involved in. Now, there are 3 more minutes of this video left, but I'm really sick of dragging myself back in circles, and this video is long enough, but just to let you know, he makes another statement about how we should, aka the white man, should be put into slavery because the Bible said so. How about this for you, mate? Take your Bible and shove it up your fat, racist ass.
Everyone's gone mad, everyone's gone mad, everyone's gone mad, everyone's gone